In the last section, we fixed an error message by using React DOM to render our component to the DOM instead of the React library. Remember, React DOM is used to interact with the actual DOM, while React is used to create and manage our components. In this section, we're going to tackle the next error message that we got, the one about the invalid component element. So let's check it out. This message here is a little bit cryptic, so let's just jump right to the chase. When we create a component, we are creating a class of a component, a type of a component. This right here is a type of component. We could have many different instances of app. This is a class, not an instance. So think of this object here, think of this function as a factory which produces instances of the actual components that get rendered to the DOM. So with this knowledge, the error message starts to make a little bit more sense. We passed app as the class, right? We passed the app class to React DOM.render, not an instance of the component. And so it's saying, please make sure that you make an instance of the component and then you pass it to React DOM.render. So the lesson here, we need to instantiate our components before we try to render them to the DOM. Fortunately, instantiating or creating an instance of component is really easy. This is behavior that's baked right into JSX. So do you remember the transpiler that we looked at, this REPL here? So I've still got it open. So let's toss a quick div tag in here and look at what we get. So this looks like what we had before when I copy pasted our component in here. When we write a JSX tag right here, we write div, it actually calls create element for us. So whenever we write JSX and we put a component name in here, the component name is a component class, but using it inside of JSX turns it into a component instance. So that's the divide here. That's the tie between JSX, a component, and a component instance. I'm going to copy paste over our code here, our component really quick. So I'm going to copy our app component. So again, this is a component, a component class, but we want a component instance of app. So to do that, we can just write app, like so. And don't worry about the error message at the bottom for right now. So you'll see now at the bottom, we have react.createElement, app. So we're actually making an instance of app here. By the way, one quick little tip. Whenever we have a tag with JSX that has nothing inside of it, we can make what's called a self-closing tag by running a space and then a /. And this is valid JSX right here as well. Okay, so let's go back and try to fix our bug inside of React DOM.render. So right now we're passing a class to render, but we need to pass an instance. So all we have to do is put a JSX tag around it. So this now creates an instance of app and passes it to React DOM.render. So let's flip back over to the browser, refresh, and not quite there yet. So target container is not a DOM element. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's check out this error message in the next section and wrap this up.